What is up, crypto family? What an unbelievable run we've seen in Bitcoin over the last week. And if you guys have been following the group, and in fact, it's such a major event, we're going to actually take a look at it again. So, for those of you who weren't watching the group, what is it exactly that I'm talking about? So, the monthly close that we saw in August, which is this candle here, and if you guys take a look at the top left of the screen, we can see, oh, sorry, my mistake, we're on the wrong page. So here we go. Um, this is August's close for Bitcoin USD, the monthly close. And remember on the group, we said something quite important, and that was the close above 10,800 is unprecedented in the sense that it has only ever happened sort of two times in Bitcoin's history. So let's take a look at where this close was, right? We can see we closed at 11.3. Well, taking a look at the entire price history of Bitcoin that we have available to us, we can see that we've only ever closed at this level or above two times in Bitcoin's history. And those two times were during the 2017-2018 bull run when Bitcoin went all the way to $20,000, right? And that's quite clear visually here. Let's take a look at this level. We've only seen wicks, right? Wick, 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 wick. And the only time we've closed above that level is these 2 months during the 2017 bull run. So the minute Bitcoin closed that monthly candle, in my opinion, above 10,800, which we can see coincides with our February, September, and I think there's one more period high. So it's quite a significant level. But the minute we closed that monthly candle above 10,800, for me, that was an absolute confirmation that we are currently in a bull market. Great. So we've taken a look at this unprecedented price action, and we've seen both Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin have been rallying in recent times. So why haven't we entered any trades? So you guys will know on Saturday, so yesterday, our BNB trade closed out at a beautiful 159% profit. That was in about the period of a week or so. And the reason we haven't jumped into any trades becomes a lot clearer when we take a look at BTC USD on the daily time frame. So yesterday we saw this beautiful candle pushing Bitcoin above 11.6, which is our cycle high. So pretty much the highest level we've gone since the 2017 bull run in terms of candle closes. So again, very, very cool. But what happened after that? So because Bitcoin was at this really key level, because we had yet to see any sort of significant pullback in price action, it was quite clear that some volatile action was going to come, and it was either going to be an explosion towards the upside, towards the 12.3 or 13.4 level, or a pullback back to the top of this channel, right? And you guys will know we love confirmations here at the DCS Trading Group. And what we would have liked to see first prize is exactly what we're seeing now, which is a retest of the top of this, which we already had seen, a retest of the top of this parallel channel, just to reinforce it as a level or confirmation that it's now become a new level of support. And you guys can see that the top of this channel coincides quite nicely with the February highs, which means if we're now trading in a level above those February highs, it's another confirmation towards the bull market theorem. So back to why we haven't traded over the past few days, except for our open trades that we're running. So this becomes a lot clearer on the 4 hour. We can see that Bitcoin only really tanked in a 4 hour period. In fact, we managed to catch an entry at 10,550 that we were supposed to pass into the group, but it literally just didn't give us any time to pass that entry on. So, overall, this is a good development for Bitcoin. We've seen price ease up a bit, which gives us room for more upside. And we've also seen another confirmation of the previous structure now turning into a support. So this is what we wanted to see. But the most interesting bullish confirmation sign that we see is, look at the size of this wick. As soon as price got anywhere near this 10.5 level, it was immediately bought up all the way to 11.3. So we can see quite clearly here on the 4-hour, the key level for us to hold is that 10,800 level. We can see it's holding the entire structure up here ever since we had that breakout. So we're going to be watching this quite closely. We aren't out of the woods yet. But this is exactly what we were speaking about when we said we want to see Bitcoin and Ethereum cool down and start ranging in a new higher range, because that opens us up to some massive upside with respect to altcoins. But why we didn't jump into a trade as yet is because until we had received this confirmation from Bitcoin, we knew that this was still a very real possibility. And what happens when we see a candle like this in Bitcoin? As we always say, it doesn't matter. You could have the most bullish setup in the world, but what can we see? BNB is down 5% on spot. XTZ is down 3.5%. Cardano is down almost 7%. BAT's down almost 5%. Silica is down over 6%. So, as we always say, the market is led by Bitcoin. So until we saw this confirmation, literally, even if we had the best entries here in our alts, they would have all got stopped out, most likely. So that is the reason we have yet to enter some trades. We needed to see this confirmation. And we're also going to be waiting for the weekly close, which will be happening at around 2 a.m. this morning. So I know a lot of you will now be really interested in Ethereum. And there again, we've seen some really, really positive developments, right? So again, we've got to take a look at the macro structure. So here we are with Ethereum USD on the weekly time frame. And we can see here, ever since 2018, when price crashed, Ethereum's been trading in this range between $368 and $88, right? So ever since July of 2018, we've been trading between $88 and $368. And we can see that we were slowly building up higher highs, and we had a great breakout now. But until Ethereum, clears this 365 level and confirms it as a new level of support, it's still very likely that we could see a rejection here from 370 to about 295, or the top of our previous structure. So remember, we still haven't seen a confirmation of the top of this ascending triangle turning into a level of support. And it's quite clear that Ethereum is being rejected from this 368 level, as well as this 23.6 fib retracement level, which is all the way from the 2017-2018 highs to the 2018 lows. So the fib level is providing a significant resistance point as well as an actual resistance point. So we need some further confirmation from Ethereum here that we've either broken above these levels and turned them into support, or that we're looking at a potential rejection here to test the top of this level at support at around 295. So we think Ethereum has some huge upside over the next few weeks and months. We really see this 368 level turning into a new level of support in the coming weeks once we have the confirmed breakout. And as you guys can see, once we have that confirmed breakout, it's a very similar story to the Bitcoin story, right? We haven't traded above 11.3 to 12.3 to 13.4 to 14, which are higher levels very often. So it's very, very easy. And we can see that here clearly with the volume nodes. Look at the volume that's occurred in this ranging area. And you can see the volume's almost non-existent here, which means once price confirms this as a new level of support, moving from 380 to 460 could happen in a very short period of time. And then moving from there to 621 again could happen in a very short period of time. So we are looking for some amazing upside in Ethereum. We just need a little bit more confirmation. So the great thing about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin rallying is, and we'll touch on Litecoin next, is that the more that they rally now, the higher levels of market cap and price they achieve, the more room they allow for our mid and low cap altcoins to rally once they start stabilizing. So as you can see, it looks like that's happening at the moment. We're expecting Bitcoin to start hopefully trading in this 10.8 to 11.6 range. And we're hoping Ethereum either breaks above here and starts trading in the 368 to 470 range, or trades in this 289 to 360 range. And once that happens, and obviously Litecoin will follow suit as well, that is when we'll see some exponential upside potential in BNB, XTZ, ADA, BNT, Link, Zilliqa, and a lot of these other tokens, right? Because this is the normal capital flow cycle. So how it works is money floods into your high caps, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and we've seen them rallying in recent times over the past few days, weeks. And once those rallies start to cool off, investors take their profits from these high caps and they start looking for the next alpha asset, right? The next asset that's going to be able to deliver them the return they've just got on these high cap assets. And that's when capital starts flowing into projects like your Stellar Lumens, your Chainlink, your Zilliqa, etc., etc. So that is what we're looking out for over the next few weeks. Based on the weekly close that's going to happen in the next few hours, we're going to issue definitely a few altcoin trades. But like we said, we're waiting for a little bit of confirmation from both Ethereum and Bitcoin. So like we said, we are going to touch on Litecoin as well. And there again, we can see something very interesting. So we've clearly been rejected from the significant level of resistance at 62.88. And it looks as though we've successfully retested this bottom level of support here at 52.60, right? Similar to Bitcoin, as soon as price got anywhere near here, it was bought up immediately. And that's why we have this really long wick. So although we have a bullish engulfing candle here, which is a bearish sign, we really think that Litecoin has some more potential upside, particularly within this range. So we are going to be looking at entering a Litecoin trade potentially. But there again, guys, keep your eyes on the group. It's all going to depend on what Bitcoin does in today's weekly close. So there's a lot of uncertainty in the market. We can see that in all of these daily candles for our high caps, such as Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. You can see the candles look very similar. Big upside wick, big downside wick, big body. So the market is really uncertain about whether this is the new range or whether we're going to retake this. But we should get some clarity on that in the hours to come. And there's no point in taking a look at these assets now, our mid caps and low caps, because it all depends on what we see here. So that is what we're waiting for. That is what we're looking for. But keep in mind that the pumps you've seen recently are the reason that you have investment portfolios, right? These are not trading opportunities. These were just really, really great market pumps. So in terms of Bitcoin, the next level we see that Bitcoin needs to retake is 11.6. And once we've confirmed 11.6 as a potential new level of support, it really opens up Bitcoin for some exponential upside, right? Because we can see, looking at the volume here, getting price to move in this range requires a lot less volume than it does to get price to move in this range, right? So we're very, very excited about the prospects going forward. We're currently looking at some unprecedented price action in the crypto market, and Bitcoin and Ethereum looks like they're finally cooling down, which should give us an opportunity to enter some beautiful altcoin trades. So guys, with that, keep your eyes on the group. We will be updating you probably on Monday with some brilliant new trades. And congratulations on closing the BNB trade at 160% profit.